Hello and welcome to another episode of Crafting with the Desmond-Fish Public Library. This week featuring my backyard. This week I'm going to show you how to marble paper using food coloring and shaving cream. And you get something that looks a little bit like this. And if you do more mixing, you can get something a little bit like that. Now to do this project, you're going to need a dish to put the shaving cream in. You're going to need shaving cream, food coloring, a stick or the end of a paintbrush or a skewer to do the swirling pattern, paper. You're going to use either cardstock, like a heavyweight, or this is Bristol board I have, and something to squeegee the surface. I don't have a squeegee, so I'm using my beloved ruler. Wax paper to scrape the used shaving cream onto. Close at hand, I also have a spatula for changing out the shaving cream and something to scoop it into, and some paper towels. And you can make really cool marbled paper. You can also use liquid acrylics. I don't have any liquid acrylics, so I attempted to water down my tube ones with some very mixed results. It's just much fainter. Mostly the paint just sank to the bottom. The food coloring works much better. You're going to want to use something heavy like cardstock or Bristol board, because if you try and use just computer paper or sketching paper, it's going to bleed and you're not going to get as nice an effect. So, first things first, I'm going to fill this with shaving cream. I think this is an excellent way to use up shaving cream that you maybe have had lying around but you hate the smell of and you don't actually want to use it on your face. It works better if it's up slightly. So I'm doing an area a little bit larger than the paper I'm going to do. I find it easiest now to get a nice surface by using a spatula. So I'm just going to make sure I don't have any holes. Make it relatively flat. Ta-da! This is why I like having something, just put that down in. So now I have a surface. It looks like that. And I am going to do, I really like the two different shades of blue. So I'm going to take my top off, and I am just going to dot just a couple of drops of each color. Like that. Now I take my stick and I'm just going to twirl it. And that's how I get the pattern. And I'm going to twirl it until I have something that I like the looks of. Next, I'm going to put my per in. I'm going to press down to make sure it's actually made contact with everywhere. I really should have gotten my wax paper ready beforehand, so I'll do this quickly. And I'm going to lift it out. Oop. Comes away looking kind of like that. And I'm going to lay it down, and I want to let it sit for 3 minutes to give it a bit of a chance to set. Once 3 minutes have gone by, I'm going to take, let me see if I can do this in a way you can actually see it. There we go. I'm going to take my squeegee, in this case my ruler, and I'm going to pull it across the surface. And there, when I lift it, I have my marbled design. All of my extra, I am just going to plop into the big bowl I have over here and give this a wipe. And I'm ready to do some more. I might give it a little extra scrape thing. There's a little bit still at the bottom. There we go. I like when things are done right. And there, I just let this dry, and I have a really cool marble-looking piece of paper. And I don't have to start over from scratch. I can keep going with this. I can twirl it some more, if I like. I can, with the spatula, mix it to make it all the same light blue. And what I think I'm going to do is make it a sort of uniform light blue by doing a lot of mixing here. Let's see if I can get the camera to actually focus on this. And then I'm going to add another color. I think I'm going to add some yellow and see what happens. I've added in my new color. I'm going to give this a bit of a wipe so I don't have quite so much shaving cream going on it. And I'm going to do some swirling business to mix my yellow in some. Now, the more I mix the yellow, I will end up with green, because yellow and blue make green. But I think that might look kind of cool. I have a pattern I like. Take my paper, I set it in. I want to press down because I want to make sure it's actually all making contact with the shaving cream. I'm going to pull it up, and it gets this sort of weird whipped creamy looking thing. I'm going to set it down, and I'm going to set a timer for 3 minutes. I have let another 3 minutes go by, which means now it is time to scrape off and see what I got. And there I have another cool marbled pattern. And that's all there is to it. It's actually really pretty simple. You make your surface of shaving cream, you put some color in it, you swirl it around, you put some paper on it, you pull it off, let it sit 3 minutes, use something to squeegee off the shaving cream, and you've got your design. The bigger the container you have, the bigger of a piece of paper you can do. You can do the same, like more paper repeatedly on the same pattern. I could have done a bunch and then laid them all out to do. So it's really pretty straightforward and lots of fun to just sort of play around with the colors and see what sort of effects you can get just sort of swirling them. I'm not sure you can actually really see that. I don't want to get too much shaving cream on my laptop. But I hope you guys enjoy this, and I hope you have lots of fun playing around with some shaving cream. Here are some just different color combinations I tried earlier. Just doing a sort of a red in with my blues. This one I mixed it more, so it was more mixed in and became more of a purple in. And it's a good time, and I highly recommend it. Thank you for watching.